Hi students, today we are going to learn trigonometry. In trigonometry we have so many concepts. So in that one of the concept is trigonometric ratios. Today we are going to learn about trigonometric ratios. In that first initially we'll learn what is an angle first. Okay, let's see. Draw a ray OA. Now consider this ray OA. When it rotates to its endpoints like this, from here to here, it rotates from its endpoints, it generates OB. Okay, now it makes an acute angle. The angle is called as an angle. Okay, now angle AOB is formed or it's generated. Angle AOB. AOB. Where it is an angle lies in between AOB. So angle is at point O. Okay, angle AOB is generated. In simple words, we can say that what is an angle means an angle is a ray rotates it extended to its end points, that is makes an acute angle, that is called as an angle. Okay. In this chapter already you know about Pythagoras theorem. In Pythagoras theorem, which applicable only for right angle triangles. So draw a line here. Now we are considering it as some x meters, it's some y meters, it's some z meters. In trigonometric ratios, it is very important to find out one of the sides is given to find remaining two sides. If one side is given, how can we find these remaining two sides? By using some kind of formulas. Based on if they'll ask sine, they'll ask cos, and even they'll ask tan also. In such cases, we apply Pythagoras theorem. Okay? Already so many people know what is Pythagoras theorem. Okay? Always the largest applicable only for right angle triangles. Here it is the right angle triangle. You know already L shape. It forms a right angle which is 90 degrees. Okay. The largest side, whatever the largest side in the right angle triangle, that is always called hypotenuse. Okay, in this what is hypotenuse? OB, which is x meters, we considered it is hypotenuse. Okay, in this what always largest side is, we call it as hypotenuse. What about other two sides? One is opposite, the other is adjacent. How can you decide that? So many people will get confused here. Simply largest side is hypotenuse. What about the remaining two? How can we decide? We decide based on wherever the angle is given. Suppose here in this triangle, angle is here. So angle is here means theta, acute angle. The opposite to the acute angle is opposite side, and the remaining is, the leftover side is adjacent. This is hypotenuse. Is it clear? For example, that means acute angle here. Now this adjacent shifted to here. What is the opposite to this angle? This is opposite to this angle. This is opposite. Now it becomes adjacent. Is it clear? How you can consider opposite and adjacent sides based on the angle where it is given. Okay. The largest side always called hypotenuse. The two remaining sides are opposite and adjacent. We have one Pythagoras theorem statement which tells us that hypotenuse square is equals to, that means hypotenuse square is equals to adjacent square plus opposite square. It means one largest side, that means hypotenuse, when you square hypotenuse, you will get square of these two sides, you will get the hypotenuse. Okay. In this, for example, we will write formula for sine theta. Sine theta is equals to, what is the theta here? Theta is here. That means this is the opposite side, this is adjacent side. Largest side is always called as hypotenuse. Okay. Now sine theta. Sine theta means opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite by hypotenuse. What we considered in opposite and how many meters? It's y. So we can simply write it as y by hypotenuse value is x. So y by x. Similarly, even cos theta also. Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. ADJ adjacent by hypotenuse. Okay. Here what is adjacent value? Z. What is hypotenuse value? X. Okay. Similarly, you can find value for tan. Tan theta even can be written as also sin theta by cos theta. Okay. Sin theta by cos theta. Otherwise, normally you can write it as opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent.